Good morning. Yay, calculus. Alright, we have our 35 review problems to do. Our 80 review problems to do. Silly me. Let's begin. Let's see. Number one. Yes, I have a chalkboard in my house. Y equals x to the fifth minus 1/8 x squared plus 1/4 x. I'm going to use power rule on all these. Power rule tells us the derivative of any given function, say x to the u, well, that power chain rule, x to the n is going to get us n x n minus 1. Power rule. Differentiating. Derivative of y is dy dx. Bring the 5 down, minus 1. Bring the 2 down, minus 1. Bring the 1 down, make it 0. Problem solved. I'm going to erase each one of these as I do them. Just hit pause if you need to continue to copy. Suppose we'll leave the rule. Question number 2. Y equals 3 minus 7 x cubed plus 3x to the 7th. Derivative of y, dy dx, or y prime. 0. 3 times negative 7 is negative 21. Drop the exponent by 1. 7 times 3 is also 21. Drop the exponent by 1. That is a 2. Y equals 2 sine x cosine x. Sine x cosine x. Now, two ways we can do this. First way, we'll use product rule. That's going to be product rule. The derivative of two functions, u and v, or f of x, g of x, is going to be the first times the derivative of the second, plus the second times the derivative of the first. That's the product rule. Product rule also done if we have two functions. So it's the same thing. You just use a function. So that's going to be the first times the derivative of the second plus the second times the derivative of the first. Same difference, just different notation. We use this one here. So let's say that 2 sine of x is f of x, and cosine of x is g of x, or u and v if you prefer. So f of x goes here, and f prime of x, derivative of sine, is cosine. There's cosine, g of x goes here. And the derivative of cosine is negative sine. That matches up with g prime of x. So we got a sine squared, we have a cosine squared, both have a 2 in front of them. So this is going to be, well, this one will be negative, so negative 2 sine squared x plus 2 cosine squared x. Now, I'm going to rewrite this as 2 cosine squared x minus 2 sine squared of x. Factor out the 2. We have cosine squared x minus sine squared x. Cosine squared x minus sine squared x, you should recognize, is actually the cosine, no, it's the sine 2x. No, I'm sorry, it is cosine. Several trig formulas to deal with the, called the double angle formula. That's 2 cosine 2x. What that winds up being. You could stop right here if you wanted to. But it's 2 cosine 2x. Because that cosine squared x minus sine squared x and cosine of 2x are the same thing, that was our other branch here. So we're going to get rid of this. And a good trick to avoid having to use the product rule, even though everybody likes to practice, is recognize that 2 sine x cosine x is actually the same as sine of 2x. They're one and the same. Double angle formula for sine of 2x is 2 sine x cosine x. Now we can differentiate dy dx. Derivative of sine is cosine. And then we have the chain rule. Derivative of 2x. That'll be 2. That's 2 cosine 2x. Same as we got before. Why people move to whiteboards is beyond me. Let's see here. About 8 minutes. Number 4. Y equals fraction 2x plus 1, 2x minus 1. Got a fraction. That's a quotient. Here's our u, here's our v. Quotient rule. Derivative of u over v equals v times the derivative of u minus, remember we always start with the bottom, bottom to top. Bottom to top, top to bottom. U derivative of v all over v squared. That's our quotient rule. Quotient rule, we'll also do it with f of x and g of x. Get y'all some practice with function notation, which is very important. So derivative of f of x over g of x will be equal to the bottom times the derivative of the top minus the top derivative of the bottom. All over bottom squared. Remember, we do g squared x, not gx squared. Let's apply the rule. So we've got the bottom. X minus 1 times the derivative of the top. Derivative of 2x plus 1 is just 2 minus the top times the derivative of the bottom all over. The purple coming out in the film. Yes, it's fine. All over the bottom square. So this is 4x minus 2. We'll put it together. This is 4x plus 2. But we're subtracting all this. So it's 4x minus 4x, which is nothing. Negative 2 minus positive 2 is negative 4. Temptation from algebra 2 is to square this because you had so much practice doing so, but this is in a perfectly simple form. So we'll leave it just as it is. Do one more. Number 5. S equals cosine of 1 minus 2t. Taking the derivative of the function, s is a function of t. When we take the derivative of s with respect to t, that's ds dt. On the AP exam, if you write dy dx, you're going to get it wrong. Derivative of cosine is negative sine. Keep what's in the parentheses. Keep the input of our function. Then multiply after the fact by the derivative with respect to t, which is just negative 2. Negative 2 times negative sine 2 sine 1 minus 2t. Video 1 complete.